The story continues after the new Terminators. The story arc of the new Terminator still continues after the new Terminator is destroyed and Terminator, just like this video. The end of Terminator. There sets up a new arc of Mr. X chasing off after Boonchuys. And Mr. X caught the planners on the traffic camera during their chase away from the new Terminator. And he's out to capture and he's out to capture them at the movie theater. I think it's kind of funny how Boonchuys treats movies like their religion. Both these episodes are Mr. X is after them. She's trying to capture the planters. In his first appearance, Mr. X, he goes. Boonchuys, hey, Hop asks Ann, "What is this? Church?" And then it says, "Yeah, pretty much." And then in Hollywood, Hop says, "It's almost as if your world actually respects actors." And then Ann says, "Around here, we worship actors like gods." So yeah, it's really funny what happens with Mr. X. He tries to and he's waits for the hilarious RuPaul Charles, and Mr. X even designs to look like RuPaul Charles. So yeah, he tries to capture them in the. Yeah, when Ann and the planners are done watching the movie, they see Mr. X, and Mr. X tries to capture the planters, but then Ann's parents help them escape through the bathroom window and replace the frogs with the. They replaced the planters from Amphibia with the trio of ordinary Earth frogs. And it happens again, and then making a fool of Mr. X in front of the FBI back up. And then he becomes lacking stock of the FBI again when he becomes laughing stock of the FBI again when Hop lets Humphrey, this guy who is Humphrey, this his human look-like counterpart from Earth, voiced by Wallace Shawn, who plays Lingard style Toy Story movies. Hop let Humphrey take the part in Fumigator 5, and Mr. X is made a laughing stock of the FBI again, because the planners escaped a second time. But yeah, between those two Mr. X episodes, the new Terminator arm returns to strike again. When Sprig is Sprig becomes a town hero, which captures the attention, and he becomes friends with this girl named Molly Jo, who's in the school bus that he rescued. But Sprig captures the attention and ire of Molly Jo's grandpa, Robert Otto, the J. Jonah Jameson of the story. He's voiced by Brad Garrett, who we all know from playing Reno. Most of us know from playing Reno's brother in Everybody Loves Raymond. He's also in the Pixar. He also has supporting roles in the Pixar movies. A Bug's Life, Finding Nemo, and Ratatouille. But yeah, in some ways, yeah, Robert Otto reminds me of General Ranius from that Magic School Bus episode, The Magic School Bus Spins a Web. Is General Ranius was played Ed Asner, who is Carl Ferguson from Up, and but yeah, General Ranius and Robert Otto, they're both the hero antagonists who try to do the right thing most of the time, but they're a jerk who causes trouble who causes the conflict for the main characters, but not exactly, I guess, not exactly a villain though. I guess. Sure say. Say Robert Otto finds. Say it turns out that the junkyard where the new Terminator self-destructed, the cloakbot, where Anne kicked the cloakbot into the sky, just so happens to be the same junkyard that Robert Otto runs, and he discovers the cloakbot's remaining arm and uses it to mechanical arm and uses that to try to hurt Sprigg, but instead he ends up causing a lot of property damage to Sprigg. And Robert Otto apologize to Mojo for being attention seekers, and then they rebuild and then they fix all the damage Robert Otto did. Sprigg leaves. Sprigg says goodbye to Molly Joe. Joe, warning her that he can't reveal his identity. Harry can't uncover his face for her, and leaves. And then Robert Otto gets arrested for all the damage he did. And then meanwhile, King Andreas turns Marcy Wu into this evil being. He has all the known as Darcy Wu, and he sends on Christmas he sends another big bug drone out. And he plays the drone like a video game, and then he's going to use the drone to destroy it on Christmas, and it turns into use it to take over a big Santa Claus float, which I also think because Keith David has a deep, because voices Andreas has a deep Santa-like voice. Oh. But luckily, Anne and Polly defeat it with the Christmas tree, and Anne writes letters to Sasha and Marcy's parents. Warning them about their daughters, missing daughters. So anyways, that's that. Yeah, I thought it was, I do have some additional thoughts though. I thought it was really funny that, Anne Boonchuys' hair has been covered in leaves and sticks. Most of the time she's been Amphibia, and she's, missing a shoe. And then after she gets back home, she gets to change her clothes, and she has a new outfit. She has a new fire outfit and a new pair of shoes. For season 3, and she has she kind of got the leaves and sticks out of her hair, but then I thought it was a nice touch. I thought it was a funny touch in the Christmas episode in Have Yourself a Froggy Little Christmas. She redecorates her hair like that with a candy cane and a piece of mistletoe, and man, it must have been months after. Man, Have Yourself a Froggy Little Christmas must be many months after. Must be many months after the rest of season 3 and the season 2. Because season 2 it took place. Season 2 and early season 3 directly following it took place in the spring, and season 1 was in the fall or winter. And in the spring, the planners go to Newtopia once the snow is melted from the mountains between Ortwood and Newtopia. And I also think it's kind of funny how, the Anne Boonchuys' house number is 301 because, it's a production code of season 3, episode 1, where the first time we see the house when Anne returns from Amphibia to Earth. And I was think it's funny how, this must take place after. It's kind of funny how, Amphibia they said it shortly after pandemic, after the coronavirus lockdown pandemic, because it's because nobody's wearing masks, because lots of people are not wearing masks and those reasonable amount of people at the Willowbrook Mall, but Sprig is but there's a little amount of people at Willowbrook Mall, and they know this is at least 2021 because of that Angry Gamers September 2020 video that's 5 months old and fixing Frobo, but still, these are my people at Willowbrook Mall, and they're not who can walk around not wearing masks, but it's funny how I think about, Sprig is the only, it's funny how, Sprig is the only one who's kind of funny and ironic. You think about that, Amphibia takes place after our lockdown pandemic, but the season 3 premiere revises the lockdown and quarantine when they need to hide the when the Boonchuys need to hide the planters, and give them units guys that Sprig is the only one who's still wearing a mask. He has a kitty mask in most other episodes and his birthday mask in the episode Sprig's birthday. Now that I have the season 3 recap is done, I want to tell you about this peculiar, this trendy girl, this peculiar girl, red-haired girl you see in the back, girl straight red hair they see in the background a lot, named Emily. She has on she wears a pink cat shirt and a hat that looks like a lamp, and she's had two speaking parts so far. She was in the first was in Adventures Domino sitting when the guy at the shawarma restaurant thought her name was Karen, and she said, "My name's Emily, but point taken." And the second was in Sprig's birthday when she was one of the people wishing Sprig a happy birthday. Okay, so here are 5 background. So here her, and she also makes another. I also heard her gasp in Thai Feud when Ann and Sprig were turning the food truck around. When Sprig used to turn on his food truck at an intersection, it was a skate park. So here are the other background appearances of Emily. Yeah, she was at the mall. I saw her at the mall when Sprig was hopping around the art exhibit in the Hop Toy Drop. That was Amphibia's first karaoke for Adventures. Domino sitting with his angry mom, complaining to the mall cop, and then she had some other background appearances I missed. She was because I only saw her from the back. She was taking a picture. She was seen taking a picture of someone at the end of Spider Sprig and the beginning of Hollywood Hop Hop, and then I saw her. And then this is the trickiest one because she's wearing a new set of clothes, winter clothes, right? I saw her walking. Walking in front of the in front of the Museum of Natural History, and halfway through Harry's Little Froggy Little Christmas. So when Anna is gathering all her Christmas supplies for her mom's Christmas float that Dr. Jan let her borrow. Now, yeah, in the concept video, in the description below, there's one person who decided to make, Emily the names of Karen, who's not a Karen, but they understand what's going on. The so now Emily's going to be the opposite of Karen. And there's another commenter who said that who speculates that maybe she's a friend of Anne since we see her pretty often, and I do believe that the possibility, since after all they both like cats and they're both teenage girls. I think if Emily did happen to have a bigger part in a later season 3 episode that I didn't see coming, I like it if I'd like it if she helped it. I like it if she helped and the Plantars by distracting Mr. X in his third appearance. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, I loved looking for Emily. She's voiced by Aidan Regal, the dialogue director of Amphibia, is also a voice actress. Several times she was just Emily's one of the additional voices. Yeah, and but yeah. Oh yeah, I really like it when I know Ansley character of Amphibia. I really like. It's kind of cool seeing Sprig go on his own adventures and his own escapades and making friends in cracking Mrs. Croker, Bella in the Planet Check In, and Molly Joe in Spider Sprig, and I really like it if Bella and Molly Joe and the Boonchuys' #1 customer with the food truck, Ned, came back for the series finale to help out the Plantars and Boonchuys. They really should. And I really like it if Union, Zarf is all sounds like it's all up on Union, which it's disappointing that Union felt like Yunnan felt like an underused resource to be in True Colors and Olivia and Yunnan. So I'd really like to see her get a bigger part in the series finale of Amphibia. I'd like to think that Yunnan and Bella might be cousins or sisters, who are, maybe they're related, and Bella's working at the hotel and not for King Andreas because she's not tough like Yunnan. And I'd like to see It'd be pretty cool if it got to Yunnan and Bella together. If my guess all that turns out to be correct. The reason I'm talking about this is because just thought it'd be fun to talk about Amphibia and refresh your memory of it, and give you my current thoughts on it before the return of season 3, which is yet to be announced. Giving you sharing thoughts on certain characters in the show. I also like when Anna and Polly go on an adventure together in the episodes Girl Time and Lost in Utopia. And well, that's all I have to say about Amphibia for now. Oh yeah, Amphibia. Ants House 301, season 3 premieres. Yeah, reminded me of Alexis' apartment from Lockout Cold having an A, which I thought the A stood for Alexis. Okay, now I'm finished sharing my thoughts here. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to tell you. Yeah, this video is sponsored by. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh yeah, thanks for watching. And this video is sponsored by Froggy. Not officially, but I only have 90 subscribers right now. But when I get more subscribers, I'd like it if I actually would like it if children's book authors paid me to sponsor the books in their videos. So this trial runs for free. I like to talk about books related to things I'm talking about. So yeah, Froggy. It's this really funny series of children's books that I read as a kid. I like this running gag of how they shout, they got these cool onomatopoeias for clothes. Froggy putting on or removing clothes or taking off clothes, and I like the running gag of someone needs to shout to Froggy. And they go, Froggy! And he says, what? And, sorry, I just keep checking red light. Leaning over check red light because the battery's low. And then the climax of every book, the Froggy Froggy has an embarrassing moment where he looks more red in the face than green. But yeah, that joke would never work in Amphibia because the Sprig is pink, Polly is purple, and Hop Up is orange. So they're all other colors that are close to red, and they turn extra red in Contagion. But yeah, the point is because Sprig is pink or reddish. That means even when he's not embarrassed, Sprig always looks more red in the face than green. Although, yeah, there are some frogs in Amphibia who are green, or are actually green, Toadstool and Assistant Toady. Wow. Yeah, season 2 and season 3 are very wacko, huh? Season 2 is very wacko, though, huh? You know, Sasha, Grime, and Miratoti turned good, and King Andreas and Marcy turned evil. So yeah, that's what it would look like if I did sponsor books at the end of my videos relating to the topic of the video, because you only do read books, and I'm using a platform to remind you that it's good to read more children's books. Remind you that books still exist. And it's fun to read. Done for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Amphibia memory refresher while we wait for the second half of Season 3 to arrive. This was fun, right? Recapping your favorite moments of the current season. I know I'd like that a lot if I were watching a video like this, and I'm glad I finally got to make one. Recap video, a fan recap video, waiting for the second half of the season to come at a time when the return of the season the mid-season premiere is still unscheduled. I only have 90 subscribers right now, but when I get past 1,000, maybe I finally will get paid to sponsor books that I want to talk about.